Hello, Reject Nation. It's Greg Alba here.
And it's John Humphrey here.
Over on Instagram, it's this app, and Instagram, they do movie promotions sometimes.
Download it, follow us first.
Well, New Mutants is one of the comic book movies I'm most excited for next year, simply because of its genre, having more of the haunted house vibe. And they put together a bunch of like teaser shorts that they release on their Instagram page. I haven't seen any of them. I haven't followed the Instagram of the New Mutants yet. Collider, the website, they put it all on one page for us to go check it out, and I was like, shit, let's check this shit out. Let's see what's going on here.
Oh, it's like a GIF.
Oh,
it's just a
creepy.
Little look. Ooh, okay, a shadow.
Religious stuff here. Rachni Sinclair, aka Wolfsbane, and then what's this one right here?
There's no C in that word. You're definitely gonna need
a higher power.
Uh-oh.
Hashtag New Mutants.
Let's see this. Aria. Maisie Williams.
This actually looks pretty scary.
I like the vibe.
He looks pretty scary.
Sam Guthrie, a.k.a. Cannonball.
This is all meeting the New Mutants. Some things can't be caged. Hashtag New Mutants.
Luke Cage. Okay. Dead twitchy bird.
Well, it's like Dead Twitchy Bird, also kind of like a moving painting.
Yeah. These
like
are cool.
These
are moody.
Yeah. No, that's what I mean. It's really setting the tone of this horror world they have here.
Mm-hmm.
And then, it's this guy from Stranger Things. They surround you. Hashtag New Mutants.
All right.
This guy did The Fault in Our Stars. It's crazy.
You switching it up?
No, it's really
it's
a haunted. It feels way less like comic book movie than ever. It has such as a haunted house vibe. I like the first ones are always like these like Harry Potter paintings.
Yeah, it's just like moody glimpses into their what I assume are their little living quarters, their little cells.
All right, here we go. They said art would save your soul. They lied.
Oh,
Is this
no.
when the hands come out?
Hell yeah.
This doesn't feel like a comic book at all.
Well, it feels like a comic book. It doesn't feel like a superhero movie to me, but it does feel like a comic book.
This is smart to do because a lot of people won't know who the New Mutants are, such as ourselves. Like, we're not that familiar with them. Mm-hmm. So this is a great way of teasing who the characters are and setting up a world and tone. Hopefully more people will be following this Instagram page to help out with that.
This is successfully getting me that much more excited.
Brighter the light, darker the shadow.
The blacker the berry.
I wonder if these images will actually come into play in the movie itself.
Yeah, me too. I mean, they get pretty clever nowadays with marketing, so I would be kind of psyched if they did.
Danielle Moonstar, aka Mirage.
Nature never nurtured. Ooh. Uh-oh.
Oh, those are dead animals?
I can't. That looks like
the one on the left looks like a dead animal, and so does the one on the right.
One on the right?
Yeah, this one right here.
Oh yeah, well there's something bleeding under there. I think one of those things looks like a wood carving.
Things will only get darker.
Hell yeah.
I wonder if this is going to be a movie that's artistically told.
I hope so.
I mean, that's what these images are kind of conveying here to me.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely leading with mood and images than, exploitable elements and, fun stuff. It's nice, man.
The youth are sick. Oh.
The youth are sick and there is no cure.
Wow, the horror elements of being a mutant right here. Dr. Cecilia Reyes. Keep your friends close and your doctors closer. She's like the architect.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love this insane asylum vibe.
Yeah, right.
They're not insane, they're just mutants. I mean, she's obviously like the antagonist of the film, right? It's always the doctor.
Possible. Maybe they'll do something where like she's sinister but not entirely evil. Who knows? Although I don't know what that character is like from the actual stories and whatnot. I'm super excited. She's a great actress too, Alice Braga.
Yeah. What I'm really hoping that this movie does, especially after seeing the way they're promoting it, not just from its first trailer, but from the way how they're promoting it on Instagram, they stick with the horror elements and don't try to transition it into a superhero movie by the end of it. That's my concern, is that they're going to try to do some like superhero transition move.
Yeah, where the first 2/3 are like a really interesting horror superhero crossover, and then the last third is just, you know, a superhero finale.
They all use their powers, they break out together. And
you know, and there's a sky portal, and they take down the big bad guy.
Yeah, I'm really hoping it remains grounded in this insane asylum, spooky, haunted house vibe. Yeah, because that's what's getting me really excited for it. I know they're doing Spawn, rebooting that into more of a horror film. Hellboy, I hear, is going to be darker and more like a horror film. Horror is really in right now, and superhero movies are in. 2018 is going to be the year they cross genres.
It makes a lot of sense. I mean, because horror does really well in times like these when we're struggling as a society, but also, you know, superhero movies are at the top of the box office, so I feel like it makes kind of a lot of sense for the two to cross, and especially now that we're more actively exploring moral and ideas about justice in society.
Yes.
Like, it makes sense for these to cross over, and this is the wave of superhero stuff I'm most excited for across the board, you know?
What's exciting about it is because for superhero genre to remain relevant and to remain fresh, the thing about horror is anytime you do something that is familiar, like, I feel like a lot of genres you can get away with familiar in a lot of arenas. Because at the end of the day, if you get like cool spectacle and you laugh or whatever.
Well, if you do it well enough, you know.
Horror, in order to be effective, has to have surprises. Has to have originality. And mystery. You have to have unique things in there in order for the horror genre to be effective. That's why I think horror is such a thriving independent market, because that's where a lot of originality and plus excitement comes into play. Films like Get Out and Split are a lot of things from Blumhouse.
And Spawn, I mean, Spawn's Blumhouse
too.
Too.
So with having with superhero genres, that way we stay even further away from superhero fatigue. I think incorporating horror is a great element.
100%.
And also, you know, a lot of superhero genre tends to the families, the children. This is a more mature stage of comic book movies, I think.
Yeah, well, and I feel like comics lend themselves a ton to horror anyway. I mean, there's so much. We explored it a little bit in the Fantastic Four, but there's so much potential for body horror. And
oh, yeah. Well, I'm kind of hoping this does that.
Yeah, me too. And, I mean, this is in the X-Men universe, right? I mean, I feel like they especially do well playing with those themes and looking within, you know, as well as how society treats these people.
Yeah.
And to see how, you know, maybe some of the more questionable or dangerous mutants are treated in this scenario, you know, is pretty interesting to me. I'm looking forward to this.
I'm really looking forward to this, man. Because this is supposed to be the first one, right? The first one next year. That is a horror superhero movie. And then I think it's Spawn, then Hellboy.
Hellboy's still a while off, I think.
Oh, they wrapped filming on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I met the makeup artist.
I have
Ashley had her stepdad. I had dinner with him.
I shot a whole episode of a TV show.
Oh, that's just as cool.
With him. I thought he probably remembers you a lot better than he remembers me.
I sat down at dinner with him for an hour. Talked to him.
I did work near him.
He showed me photos of Hellboy on his phone.
Okay,
cool. He's like, yeah, I like the photo they released, but there's a lot of details that you can, like, let me show you some photos. So, like, all the hair on his back and his chest so you can't see. I'm like,
dude, it's chest hair.
Yeah, he's got a hair in his body.
Dude, now that's the inside scoops you want.
Yeah. He's like, there's a lot of missing detail you don't get in that photo. I can't tell you anything I know that he told me, but I know some stuff. Hellboy dies at the end.
Yep.
They don't want to franchise this one.
They shit on
let's reboot it and kill him off.
No more of this Hellboy 3 nonsense.
Well, you can subscribe to The Real Rejects. Click that notification bell. Make sure to follow us on social media. And, yep, take care.